Ja, ich stehe bei TC Electronics mit Tore. Hier ist natürlich ein echter Wikinger direkt aus Dänemark. Obergeil, ist natürlich auch Produktspezialist für TC Electronics. Hey Tore.
Hey, good to see you.
Nice to have you here.
Oh, thank you. It's lovely.
Okay, so you're presenting the Tone Print series.
Yeah.
And you have some new pedals for that series
here. We have a couple of new pedals. So if we look down here, there's a ton of pedals in the Tone Print series. So we have cool delays, reverbs, flangers, choruses, all that stuff.
They're pretty successful, are they?
It's really, really successful actually. It's been a massive success for us, and we're really happy with that, of course. So we kind of figured there was time to introduce some new pedals into the line, because we've basically been doing the same 5 effects for quite a while now, and just put them in bigger enclosures, smaller enclosures, but we wanted to make something new as well. And for NAMM this year, we introduced 2 new pedals called the Helix Phaser and the Viscous Vibe. And the Phaser is really an attempt to do a more... There's so many ways you can use phasers. So, you know, a lot of people just think about Eruption and Van Halen, but, you know, if you listen to stuff like Smashing Pumpkins or Tame Impala or even old Pink Floyd, there's so many other ways you can use a phaser. And we really wanted to capture all those different cool sounds. So that's Helix Phaser. It's down here.
I mean, you have many originals. You have the MXR, you have the Small Stone. There's so many phasers around. So
yeah, I mean, there are so many cool phasers out there, but still, you know, because it's all about equalization and phasing, you know, there's so many different options you can do. And with the Tone Print software we have in the pedals, where you can actually go in and tweak some of the most finest, you know, little details of the sound, I mean, you can really get some sounds that you can't get of any other pedal. So, so that's been a lot of fun, especially working with some of the artists we have doing this. They come up with some pretty cool stuff.
Okay, so let's hear.
Let's hear it. So here's just one of the sounds you can get. So that's one kind of sound. If I just flick this little switch up here. So a totally different kind of sound, and again, that's just scratching the surface of what this pedal can do. So if we look at the other new pedal called the Viscous Vibe, this is one of my favorites. I'm a big Hendrix fan, love old Robin Trower, and you know, to me it's the kind of effect that you just need to have on your pedal board. Even though you only use it for a song or two, it's just too cool. So
it's really hard to find a good vibe. It's really hard. I mean, the Uni Vibe from Dunlop is not original sounding. No, I mean,
the thing is, it is really tricky, and the thing is, if you want to get like a real Univibe sound and you want to do it analog, you really got to use these old photo cells that the original one had, and that means that the pedal is going to be really big and it's going to be really expensive. A lot of the other Univibes on the market that are smaller and cheaper are actually phasers that are kind of been retweaked a little bit. So what we decided to do was basically take all the processing power that we use for, you know, some of our most power-hungry and processor-hungry effects like the reverb and delay, and actually use the entire processor just to recreate an original Shinny Univibe in the digital domain. So this is a digital pedal. It of course has 2 bypass and stuff like that, so when you don't use it, your signal chain is all analog, but when you fire it up, we're actually using all that processing power just to recapture that old sound. And I think I think the guys at TCU nailed it. I have to say that, of course, but I really do. And you know, being TC and stuff, we still think that we want to add some extra to the table as well. So you get that original sound, but with the Tone Print stuff, you can actually go in and edit it and add some new twist to that original sound. And there's another cool little feature that I'll show you guys in a minute when I play. So here's how it sounds. This is kind of like the slow speed. which is a lot of guys like that for a vibe. But another cool way to use it is this faster, almost Leslie type thing. And typically you either have to have an expression pedal, which is kind of annoying, or you'd have to bend down and twist the knob. But we added a little extra cool thing. So if I press and hold the foot switch, so it's almost like a Leslie type thing where you can hear it ramp up and ramp down. And with the editor software, you can actually control how fast it will go from the quick speed to the slow speed and from the slow speed to the quick speed. And even if I power it off, you'll actually notice that you can decide if you want the effect just to stop immediately or actually have it kind of slowly ramp down and then shut off like this.
So it's like a true Leslie speaker. Yeah.
So tons of cool sounds in this pedal.
Cool.
So the last new pedal, and this is actually brand new for Frankfurt, is the Ditto Stereo. And the Ditto series of loopers has been a tremendous success for us. It's actually the best-selling pedal in the world, the little Ditto looper, which is pretty crazy. So when we did the original small Ditto looper, we got a lot of requests from users asking us to do a bigger version, which we did, called Ditto X2. But you know how the users are, they always want more. And basically we got even more requests to do something in that regular tone print pedal size, the size that you see down here, because that's just the classic pedal size, really. So with Ditto Stereo, you get kind of the in-between between the small Ditto and the X2. So you get stereo performance, you get battery power, which is nice, especially for acoustic guitar players. And the last thing you get that's really cool is you get something we call backing tracks. And backing tracks is really the ability to take loops in and out of the pedal. So let's say you create something cool on your guitar and you want to take it back home and work it in your DAW, Logic, Cubase, GarageBand, whatever. You can import the loop out of the pedal and put it into your computer. You can also do the opposite. So if you have a whole backing track or just some song you like to noodle over, you can import that into the pedal. And to make it even easier, because we know a lot of guys buying Ditto loopers use it to practice. So having a backing track is so much more fun than just playing pentatonic scales by yourself. So
it's a true backing machine.
It's a true backing machine. And so what we did is that we do all these tone prints with famous artists, and we started thinking, what if you could get like John Petrucci or Paul Gilbert to be your rhythm guitar player? So we actually asked all these great guitar players to play some different rhythm tracks. You can download those off our website. They're called Star Jam, and you can put them into the pedal. So if you ever fancied having Steve Morse as your rhythm guitar player, who will never get tired of playing, he'll just keep on playing rhythm guitar while you noodle, you can do that. And all the loops are, of course, entirely free. So so that's Ditto Stereo Looper.
Wow. That's cool.
Yep.
Okay. So that's the new stuff here.
That is the new stuff, yes.
Okay. So.
Thank you.
Thank you.